leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
To the air, it's Wegman. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Gonna run it. It's Connors. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him. And he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. To the air, it's Wegman. Makes the catch, it's Thomas. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work.
Moves.
They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
He'll keep it on the sneak. And absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the one. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on fourth down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and when you go back and you look at games, a lot of times those field goals get you beat. And this offense is like, forget that, we're going to be aggressive. And because they got it, it was a great call.
Trying to bully their way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Cougars racing to the line in the hurry-up. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. After getting stuffed on the last two runs, you've got to think they're going to try to throw it in for the score on third and goal. Quarterback now breaking the field. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Dropping back, it's Sellers. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Grab near the marker. It's Jacobs. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Still on his feet. Unloads to the right. Finds a man by himself. He's loose. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. A run for the quarterback.
Man, that's it's frustrating as a defense because you got to stop the run. There's a good chance they're running the football here in this situation, trying to punch it in the end zone. You're trying to go to the half with a little bit of momentum. This defense just couldn't make the play to get off the field.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Working on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Under fire. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Houston.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3-ball from 43 yards away. And it's no good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. South Carolina offense is back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to lose a yard on that one. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. 44. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top, and he hauls it in inside the 30. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give...
Touchdown, South Carolina! And that one will give them the lead.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. The Cougars want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Looking to fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looking downfield. It's Wegman. Snagged out of the air.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds his man. It's Broussard. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Cougar! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Extra point here will tie the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. This is a designed run. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. All by himself. Breaks into the open. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
On the move. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Buys a little extra time. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Sanford. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The give to the lone running back. There he goes. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quickly out to the tight end. Smashes ahead. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Wegman. This time it's complete.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Looking to throw on 3rd. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. Yeah, I'm going for it on 4th down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing. But I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yardage to get.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got a man. It's Jacobs. Turning it on. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. That's reeled in. It's Jacobs. It's a six. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
That is exactly what you want.